This was my loss on NASDAQ this afternoon. Here on this was my loss on NASDAQ this afternoon. Here we're very bearish on the hourly. I'm looking for shorts. During the macro, I'm hoping to see a sweep of either the AM highs or the London highs, but that doesn't happen. What does happen is it takes this out. Usually this wouldn't really mean much, but since it makes this big for value gap here, it keeps respecting it. Inside like the minor structure, there's fair value gaps that get made and are held, and this inverses, like consider, like if you consider these as holding, this one actually inverses here. We fully take out this leg here, like it changes. So I enter short, but it was just a liquidity sweep. It was a liquidity sweep, went, took out this liquidity, and then just went, took my first TP, and then it would have missed this one. I mean, it does end up playing out, but realistically, you wouldn't hold till there. You would probably want to like put your stop about, you'd probably want to put your stop like here or here. Or, I'm pretty sure there's something in the 5 minute that, I'm not going to check it, but something in the 5 minute. So yeah, you would have got stopped in profit. But the sad thing about this one is, forgot to mention something. This was my losing trade in the NASDAQ this afternoon. This was my losing trade in the NASDAQ this afternoon. On the hourly, we're pretty bearish. I'm looking for shorts. I'm hoping for a liquidity sweep during the macro. A sweep of either the AM or the London highs would have been good, but that doesn't happen. But we do get a sweep of this, the high that was just made like 10 minutes before the macro. Usually this wouldn't mean anything to me, but since this fair value gap gets made and is held, like it's holding for a long time, when it goes and takes out this low again, I enter. And also because there is a lot of like minor fair value gaps here, like short-term fair value gaps, and this fair value gap that I was holding here for a long time actually, it gets inverse on this candle. We get a full close here. It looks pretty good to me for shorts, but also why I took this trade was because here we are due for a retracement. So I'm aiming for 0.62. Yeah, I'm aiming for 0.62. Also, yeah, there's fair value gaps here too. This was my losing trade. This was the losing trade. This was my losing trade on Nasdaq this afternoon. This was the losing trade on Nasdaq. This was my losing trade on Nasdaq this afternoon. Here on the hourly, we're pretty bearish. I'm looking for shorts. During the macro, I'm hoping to see a liquidity sweep. I want AM high or London high to get taken, but that doesn't end up happening. What does happen though is we get a sweep of this, the high of just 10 minutes ago. Usually this wouldn't mean much to me, but since it creates a fair value gap that holds, I'm interested in shorting here. And also for the short term like PD arrays, they actually hold as well. Like this one here, it holds. This one, these ones here, it holds, and this one gets inversed. If you consider all of these as working, because these are all just wicks, this one actually closes out, and shorts look pretty good to me as well. On this range here, we're due for retracement, so my first partial level is 0.62. So I'm aiming, and we're just pretty bearish in general, so yeah, I'm looking for the short here. But what ends up happening, this was just a liquidity sweep, took out these highs, and then just dumped. I got manipulated. This was first TP got hit, second TP, which was this, it gets hit, but very late. So you would realistically would not get that second TP. Although you would drag your stop. You'd either want to put your stop like, because this is the 5-minute fair value gap. So you could either put your stop like right on it or a little bit above. If you put a little bit above, it would have stayed, or it depends how much higher you want to put it. But if you didn't get stopped out here, there's another one here that formed on the 5-minute. You'd probably want to put it right on it or a little bit above, and you would have got stopped out about here. Still, you would have won that trade though. This is the third trade in a row where like my trade played out, but I got manipulated out first. So genuinely, what I might like this week, I'm just gonna keep checking, seeing like how my setups are doing, if my trades are actually playing out. But I might have to change my setups genuinely, because I keep getting manipulated right now. So I'm not saying that this is like a good idea, but back like 3, 4, 5 months ago, I swear people were talking about put your entry where your stop is. So if I keep losing this week, and the same thing keeps happening where my trade hits, but I just keep getting like manipulated or wicked out first, I'm just gonna do this. Genuinely, I'm gonna do it next week, and if it works, it works. But the thing is, it wouldn't have been very smart during this trade, because even though like it did like play out, it did work. Once it took out this high, it could have very easily taken out Asia or London. So it's probably not a good idea for this trade. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. It's just unfortunate. Third trade in a row where I was right, but got manipulated.